Libra, let's do your reading. So I gotta tell you, I'm already pretty floored. This is just pre-shuffle, okay? So we're gonna lay out a spread, but I'm feeling this was bottom of the deck, okay? Wedding. This situation involves marriage. The very first card, make the effort. Great love is worth taking I'm so floored, you guys. I mean, I have a deep, just shook feeling in my gut. There's a deep, profound love here, and I believe it is underdeveloped, underexplored. And when I say that, I mean it's maybe undernourished. It's not been given, it's not hit its potential. It hasn't been given opportunity. But there's something very, very deep and special here. So anyway, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Let your friends help you. So ask for help. Maybe talk to friends, not the friends that are going to, tell you what you want to hear, but friends that will look at everything objectively. And it's time to disconnect from the world. This was bottom of the deck. Underneath that was flirt, okay? So what I'm getting from this very, very strongly is it would probably do you a world of good to get away and spend some time alone with someone that, if this is your reading, you know who I'm talking about, okay? It's just too strong to be iffy. So there's a potential, there is a love here that for whatever reason, somebody being avoidant, that avoidant attachment style, or it's dismissive avoidant where they don't want to admit it or whatever. Somebody needs to take a step towards nurturing this, because there is a very profound, strong love here that could really blossom. So put some effort in is what this is saying. Again, just pre-shuffle. We may revisit this. I also have a technique for you guys that I'm going to share at the end of the video. I'm doing that at the end of every video because guys know I love these. I love the whole neuroscience and the stuff that's coming out about how sunlight is an antidepressant, and I just love all this stuff. I love sharing all the stuff I learn about happiness, how to, tips and tricks for health, happiness, hormones, stuff like that. Anyway, so maybe talk to someone about it, get some ideas, but I think it'd be very, very advantageous to get some alone time with someone. Start it off with a very flirtatious, light energy, not heavy, not approaching them in a very heavy way, but just more of a fun, hey, let's run away for a couple days, or, just something, start off flirty, fun. Okay, remind yourself often to keep that flirty, fun side of you available, okay? Not to get too heavy and serious, but I mean, wow. So I'm going to lay these out, and I think I'm going to read this, make the effort, real quick. Rarely use these cards, so let's just read that real quick. And I have such a headache. Oh my gosh. So to you guys, my holistic beauties that have any tips or tricks for headaches, I get this headache like it feels kind of like it's on the top, it feels like it's in the bone, but like in the top of my roof of my mouth, but back more. So I don't know what that is. Okay, it says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. You received this card because some actions on your part are necessary in order for your prayers about your love life to be answered. The angels have opened the doors for you, and now it's time for you to walk through them. The first thing that comes to mind with respect to taking action is a good starting place for you. When you ask for spiritual help, you always receive it. Often this help comes in the form of intuitive guidance, which consists of repetitive feelings and thoughts. So pay attention to those repetitive feelings and thoughts, okay? Because that could be your spirit talking to you, right? You get a sense that you should do this or that. You receive this card as a nudge to actually take action. Then you'll receive the next piece of the puzzle, meaning another intuitive message about what to do. If you like, you can ask the angels to give you motivation, courage, time, and energy to take those steps. Know that each one brings you closer upon the pathway to great love. So if you're hesitating on taking a big step, take a little step, because sometimes that little step is just the momentum you need to get going, okay? So I'm blown away. So, wow. I mean, I feel that deep in my soul. Strong, underdeveloped love. Profound love. That, I don't know, it's almost like maybe you and someone else just keep kind of clashing or just barely missing each other, you know? But there's some tweaking is going to fix things. Page of Pentacles. Look at this. And Four Cups. All right, Libra. Love you guys. Please hit like, share, subscribe, tap the bell. Make sure you've got all selected because it's been defaulting. The notifications are not going out on my channel. I am trying to decide what to do with the channel. You know, it's gotten way off track, and I need to make it work. Or I'm at a place where, you know, I have to pay my bills, to be honest. So I need to figure it out. But anyway, please, if you could really help a lot by hitting like, maybe hitting the forward, you know, and then copying link, leaving comments, tell me where you're watching from. I love to see where we're all watching from so I can connect the dots. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got the Tower. I'm going to put it back because it was just flipped. Okay, the Tower is something drastic that happens, right? Something that like brings everything kind of crumbling down and forces you to rebuild stronger, better. One more and then I'm going to slip it back. I'm going to try a new spread too. Okay, so bottom of the deck. Page of Swords, curiosity. What would happen if, maybe this is where you start. So the Page of Swords is somebody who, this is kind of, sometimes it's our spy guy, you know, but it's somebody who's investigative, eager to learn, very open mindset. Sometimes this is the, you know, spy, stalker, Facebook stalker kind of deal. But anyway, the Page of Swords is somebody who is inquisitive. So that's a really good energy. This person is curious, wanting to know more. The sword is up, so this is very active. So what I got in the very beginning was, what would happen if? So think about that. What would happen if I sent a text that was just very vulnerable and said, thinking about you a lot today. What are you up to? Or, you know, I'm just saying, what would happen if? So play with that a little bit, okay? And let's see what else we get. Okay, 10 of Wands. Heavily burdened, going on way too long. This person is climbing uphill, carrying the weight. Lots of brooms. So brooms, and this is the Witch's Tarot, I think. What isn't it? Well, don't know where the box is. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe the Everyday Witch. So it's probably listed in my description because I have a lot of the decks listed there. But anyway, so this person looks to be carrying the weight of way more weight than they should be. Also, I mean, look at what she's carrying. Brooms typically, you know, I don't know, what I've always seen is witches can fly on brooms. So this person may be carrying a lot more burden than they need to. Maybe not taking the easier route, taking the more difficult route, carrying the weight of others. swimming upstream type situation. Yeah, look at this, 9 of Wands. Possibly because of difficulty in the past and feeling like they have to defend themselves, the wounded warrior, not willing to let one more, cut come upon them. But see all the wands? So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. See all those smoking wands? All the actions that this person has, and I'm not saying this literally, but maybe this person has the, mindset of whenever I take action, it doesn't work, or whenever I try. So this person is just going to defend and not get hurt again. This kind of got, the feel of things have been too hard. It's not, and maybe a little discouraged by that. Wow, Wheel of Fortune, destiny. So there's some destiny at play here. This is a very positive card. It speaks of fortitude, pushing past difficulty, and being rewarded. Could be finances. But it's interesting. I've never really looked at this card that close, but it shows that this is like spinning a wheel, like Wheel of Fortune type thing. And it's landed on home. There's diamond. I wish we could, maybe we should get our, this is reminding me, let me see how easy it would be to get my pendulum. Where's my pendulum? Maybe we'll do that. Okay, don't see it. Hold on. Here it is. Yeah, maybe we'll do the pendulum. If you guys have a yes/no question at the end, I'm losing my voice. So this, wow, suddenly, very suddenly, do you hear that? Losing my voice. So there might be a need to speak your mind. Be more open with your thoughts. Take a chance in saying something that you need to say. So if we have time, we'll do this pendulum. Okay? At the end. All right. So definitely there is an element of curiosity. What would happen if, I want you guys to try really play with that. What would happen if I took this approach in this relationship? What would happen if I went out on a limb a little bit? What would happen if, okay? But there is a need to turn something around. And don't forget, I am not going to let go of this pre-shuffle because it was so strong it gave me like butterflies. Very strong, very, very strong love here. All right, let's get the deck to clarify. Okay, didn't mean to, but just pulled the Twin Flame deck by Magic Moon. I am wondering if there is a twin flame connection here for some of you. Okay, let me get a couple more, and then we'll split. Oh my gosh. Look, where to split the deck. 10 of Cups and Contentment. So 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Something major, you have major, something has major potential here. Ultimate happiness. Gotta take a chance, I think, on something. Okay, take action. Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. This might be the best Libra reading ever. Two of Cups. New perspectives. Hangman. Hangman is somebody that sees things differently, through a different lens. Maybe there is a key to that heart that's under lock and key, you know? But you got to take a chance with that Wheel of Fortune above it. Oh, wow, bottom of the deck. growth, sun, the sun card, happiness. And sorry for my camera. There we go. Happiness, healing, hope. This is Leo energy. We also have Taurus, Virgo, Pisces. We have Wands, Sagittarius, Wands, Cups. We have everything. This definitely is leaning more towards love than money. We did have some Pentacles, but majority of this is love and action. Okay, Wands. So Sun card, Leo energy, illumination and growth. There is a need to expand here and entertain and give something a chance to grow and develop. And it is amazing. All right, so the major message here is I want you guys to remember what would happen if I took this step? What would happen if I reached out? What's the worst that could happen? I mean, you get rejected, you move on, you know. But there's just a very, very strong love that is untapped. It's not tapped into yet, okay? So remember, make the effort. In this retreat card, I think it's a very strong sign to get alone and spend some alone time with someone. Quality alone time. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys ask a question. And then while the pendulum is swinging, I will explain that glow technique to you that I'm doing this round. Every round of zodiac signs, there'll be a message at the end of the video that kind of teaches or explains a tip or health tip or hormones or something that will, better your life, improvement. But anyway, so stop the video if you need to. And then the other thing is, you guys, if there's something in this video, there's a time or something that I said that resonates and you want to revisit, you can put timestamps in the comments. That way when you come back to the video, you can click right on that time and it'll take you right to that moment that something was said that you want to revisit. Okay, or you can just write it down, or you could put it in the comments. I am starting to use comments as like a log to log key points when I watch videos, so I encourage you guys to do that too. All right, so ask your question, make sure it's clear, and don't change it after I let go. Whoops. Should I redo that? Okay. And then, so I want to tell you guys about this glow technique that I've been doing, and I freaking love it. I'm doing it when I read your comments. I'm doing this for you guys. And if you're a subscriber, you probably already know I pray for you guys. And I focus truly try to focus all my readings towards subscribers, primarily. Try again. I'm going to say that means that whatever the situation that you're asking, you need to try again. Don't give up on it, okay? But the glow technique is where when I think about my loved ones, or even if I'm at odds with them or I'm worried, I just take a few moments to close my eyes, and you can do it with your eyes open, but I visualize them in a beautiful light. They're happy. Often they're looking at me and they're smiling, and I surround them with this beautiful glow of love and light, and it just really holds space, visualizing them. I'm sending them beautiful energy. I'm sending them love, but I'm also visualizing them totally happy, blessed, abundant, surrounded by love and just happiness. And I just take a few moments to really hold that space. I feel it. I let it really resonate through me. And sometimes I'll just tap my heart and send it out. But I do that. I've started doing that, and I just think it's super powerful. Now, of course, it is something that I tend to give more to others than I do to myself, but it is something that we also could be doing to ourselves, right? For ourselves, visualizing every day. We should be visualizing ourselves in a very beautiful, happy, loving light, surrounded by love, surrounded by light, with all the blessings that we want. I'm going to put also an intention or a blessing for you guys in the comments. So, yeah, hit thumbs up. you know, be a part of it. Put some energy into the comments. Say something, you know, put an intention in there. Thumbs up other people's intentions. I don't know, I'm just feeling a very powerful something here that if you just take a little bit of action, it's going to... this is not a normal love. This is not a normal everyday love. So if it's not the person that you're with now, which I think majority of you, it is somebody that you've already met that just needs, it's a little underdeveloped. But if it's not here, you need to get through whatever you're dealing with here. You know, take a step towards it to see if you can get through it so that you can move on to whoever this is, okay? Because it's major. This is life-changing, life-altering love. Powerful love. Okay? All right. I hope that was good. I feel like I was a little all over the place. But I love you guys so much. Beautiful, beautiful. Maybe my best Libra reading ever. And I will see you guys soon. I'll see you in the comments, okay? Bye, Libra.